Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do some stem cuttings of Clematis. So for that, we're going to need a couple of items. We're going to use some soil. I've got seed starting soil. It doesn't really matter what you use. I've got a pot, which I've put some paper towel in the bottom just to stop the dirt from falling through. I've got a Ziploc bag that will be used to make a humidity dome. You could use a seed tray with the humidity dome on it if you choose. That would work as well. I have this available, so that's what I'm using. And also a pair of pruners or scissors. Here's the clematis that we're going to separate, or not separate, take some pruning or cuttings from. I've got actually two varieties here. The purple one that you can see there is Jack Manny. This is the second year for them. I purchased them last year, and they've both grown and done well. However, the one on the other side, the one on this side is Jack Manny. This side is a burgundy or more red clematis. This one only has one stem, and I'd like to see it branch out because it won't give me very many flowers if I just leave it like this. So anyway, we'll go in there and we'll take a cutting, and I'll show you how to do it. I'll set up the tripod, and then we'll do some cuttings. Okay, so I'm in here. This is the clematis here that I'd like to take a cutting of. It goes down here. We've weaved it down into the trellis. To get it out of the way. I'd like to see it start branching out down here a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it above, I don't know whether you can see from there, but above this little leaf junction, the little leaf node. Now we're going to maneuver this out of the trellis. Get rid of these scissors. I don't need to cut anything without. Some of these leaves are wrapped around, so I've got to be pretty careful. All right, so I've got a nice string of leaves here. Okay. So we've got this nice string of leaves. This will be fantastic. I'm going to get lots of cuttings out of this. It's very simple to do. First off, we're going to fill this pot with soil. I'm going to probably go halfway up the pot. Doesn't need to be full. Okay, so what you're going to do, let me see if I can get in closer here so that you can see. Okay. We're going to cut about an inch on both sides of the node, right like that. So far easy peasy, right? Then we're going to cut off one side of the leaves, just like that. Now we've got a cutting. It's as easy as that. Then we're going to place this cutting just under the soil. I'll add a little bit of soil into here when I'm done, maybe less than a centimeter of soil. So I'm just going to take some more cuttings. You'll want to use the slightly older wood, not last year's wood, but still, you don't want to use the really green growth. That tends to lose a lot of its moisture, and it dies pretty quickly. So we'll cut off one leaf. Again, we've got one nice cutting here. I like doing this when I buy a new clematis That way you don't have to spend the huge price on to fill in your area. Do it yourself. And if you have a really nice variety that a friend wants, why not make some cuttings for them? Super easy. Okay, it's the same process all the way through. Usually when you're doing vines, you've got to follow the direction of the leaves, or of the vine itself. So if the vine's growing this way, you'll want to make sure that that side is facing upwards. But this, because you're planting it on its side, that doesn't matter. Okay. So we'll get a couple more cuttings out of here. Notice how this stem is red and it starts to get more green near the bottom, or it's also a little bit more flimsy, and by this it's green. This area here will be no good for cuttings. You could certainly try it, no harm in trying. You can always be proven wrong when it comes to plants because everyone is unique. So we got, and you could see here, I don't know that you could see, but I could see that there's a little growth on both sides. It would have started branching out on its own. Get a few more cuttings off of this vine. It's really starting to get flimsy now. Take off the one leaf. All right. Okay, so I think I have enough here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of soil, just cover things up in there just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to give this a little bit of water, clean up my mess here. Give it a nice good drink. Now we're going to get the Ziploc bag. Pop it in here. Now you're going to leave this in a shadier spot, still in a sunny spot, but not a direct afternoon sun. I can get morning sun. What I'm going to do, because it's very bright in my backyard, I'm going to put it underneath one of the patio chairs for the next week, maybe 2 weeks. If you put it in direct sun, they will shrivel up just because they don't have the moisture needed to keep the plant going. So anyway, it's just that simple. By middle of summer, they should be rooted. And you can either separate them, or you could just plant the whole pot in the soil. I would probably separate them and move them around. And also a quick tip with Clematis, remember to bury them deep. Make sure to get at least 2 leaf nodes below the soil, because Clematis is prone to clematis wilt. Not every Clematis will get it, but it's a very common thing. And clematis wilt will kill the Clematis down to ground level. Anything below the ground will stay alive, so if you have any leaf nodes, any little junctions under the soil, those will continue and live through for next year. So it's a little tip for you. Anyway, happy growing, and I'll keep you posted on these cuttings.